Hello friends, welcome to the lecture 13 of Complete Sequelize ORM course. In this lecture, we will learn how to implement getters, setters and virtuals using Sequelize. So what are getters? Actually, Sequelize allows us to create custom getter and setters for our fields. Fields, I mean this name, city and pin code. And what I mean by getters and setter is okay, name is stored in my database. No worries, it will be in any format. So what if I want that whenever somebody reads it, it should come in a uppercase? So how I can do that? I will define a get method for this field, and that get method will done. It will be a sort of a constructor. What I mean by that is whenever somebody tries to read the name, then that get function will be automatically called, and whatever the customizations I want to do, I can do it. I can for our use case, let's say I can convert it into uppercase, and whatever the name comes out from the database or the instance, it will be automatically converted to the uppercase, and user when consoles the name, it will come out to be uppercase. Similarly, if I want to customize that, whenever somebody tries to set, it should not be set to whatever users comes up with. I want to set it in a lowercase always. I want to set with attached to a some field. So in such cases, we can define a set method. So I have created this company model for so that we can move fast. It has three fields: name, city, and pin code. And let's see how it works. So I am defining a get method for the name. I am saying that whenever someone tries to get the name of the company, it should attach the city to it and also convert it into uppercase. So how I can do that? Okay. So Sequelize provide us a way to get these values, these name, city, and pin code. And what is that way? That way is this dot get data value. What data value I want? I want the name, and then after that I will add a space, and after the space, let's add a comma also, and after this I want this dot get data value. You can get any value you want out of this. Okay, so in my case I want city. Fine. I want to store this inside a string, and I will return this str. Fine. So let us create an instance of this model, and we'll see how when we will try to read the name, how this get functions got invoked and how it works for us. So defining, I'm creating an instance. Let me do this sequelize dot models dot company dot build. Name is, let's say the name of the company is ABC, and let's say the city is Delhi, and let's say the pin code is 124001. So now I am trying to console the name of the company dot name. So as per I told you, whenever I will try to console this, this will not be directly consoled. This will console based upon what our get functions returns. So what my get function is doing, it is attaching a space comma and this and the city name to this name, and then let's convert it into uppercase also, and it is also converted into uppercase. So let's see what we got in our result. So as you can see, we got the name of the company, then space, comma, and then the city also. So that is how we defined a getter. In the similar manner, we can also define the setters also. So let me define the setter for this one also. Okay. So what I want is, I am saying that whenever somebody gives me some value for the company, what first is this, I will receive this in a variable called value. I will convert that into lowercase, then I will save it. And even after converting it into the lowercase, I will attach few strings to it. You can do whatever you want. I am just using this as an example to demonstrate how the getters and setter work. So to set a value, Sequelize provides us a method this dot set value, set data value. I want to set it for the name, and what value I want to set? I want I am adding a string. The name of the company is what name? The value which comes. Okay, so let's see how that works. So again, I'm creating an instance with name ABC, but as now I have set function defined, so if I say right, set method defined, because here we are talking about a model, we can consider it as a class. So what it will do, it will save the name as the name of the company is ABC. And when I will try to get it, what I should get is the name of the company is ABC, comma Delhi, all converted into uppercase. Let's see what I got. So what I got is the name of the company is ABC Delhi. So that is how uh, the getters and setter works. So in the similar manner, you can also define getters and setters in for the city and the pin code also. This works for all the fields. And what I did is converted into uppercase, adding few strings to it. This is all I have done for the demonstration purpose. You can do whatever the customization you want. And you will be wondering how these, we didn't call this get and set, how this called. So Sequelize takes care of it. Whenever you will try to console any field, it will look out for it if it has a get function. If it has a get function, then it will run that, and whatever it will return, it will print that. And if doesn't has a get function, definitely then we will be directly consoling it. And similarly for the set, if it has a set function, it will set what this function says in this dot set data value. And if doesn't has it set method, this will not definitely it will not be called, and it will directly save the whatever we got in the name. So that is how a getters and setter works. Now let's come to the very interesting thing, that is the virtuals. So virtuals are actually those fields which actually doesn't exist in our database, but we will get we can get them, we can set them. You get it? So let me tell you, for example, I have the company name, I have city and pin code, but I don't have a field let's say company address. See, I don't have a field with company address. uh, let's say I created a field company address. I am saying its type will be data type dot virtual. Fine. And whenever someone tries to get it, this should come out to be this dot get data value. This will be the city, and attached with this dot get data value pin code. So when someone tries to get the complete address, it should use city and pin code, and it should return it. And for the set, we can say, we can here throw a error, do not try to set company address, because this address doesn't exist in our database. There is no such field in our in our company model. There is no such field that actually exists. This is a virtual field. Okay, so let's see how it works. uh, Now I'm trying to get the ADDRESS address of the company. So let's see what I got. I got Delhi 1240001. So you might be little much confused, like what is this virtual? We're not understanding it. So let me tell you, instead of building it, let me create it. It got created. Okay, so why it is undefined? Because we should have a await keyword, because it is an asynchronous task. Fine, we got the Delhi and 1240001. Okay, now let's see what is in the database. So in the database, as you can see, we have if ID, we have name, we have city, pin code, created and updated. These two fields are created by Sequelize, as explained earlier also, but nowhere you will see the address field. But actually you are able to console it. I have consoled the address, and whenever I'm trying to console it, it is returning me automatically city and the pin code. So this is what the crux of the virtuals. This field is a virtual field. This actually doesn't exist in the database. This is just existing at the JavaScript level, I can say at the Sequelize level. So that's how it works. It is very pretty much useful in some cases. For example, maybe we have user. A user has a first name and last name. Now first name and last name exist in the database. Now if I want to get the full name, I should not create a new field in the database to save the full name, because that will be redundant information. I already have first name, I already have second name. Why should I concatenate both and say it will be a wastage of storage? So what I will do is I will create a virtual with the name full name, and that virtual will help me. It will get the first name, it will get the second name, it will concatenate it, and it will return me whenever I will try to console the full name. And whenever someone tries to set the full name, it will not allow it, because we will be throwing the error. And the main reason is full name is actually a not field that exists in the database. So I hope you understood the crux. Guys, there is a one important thing which I wanted to tell you before we end this lecture. That doubt might have come into your mind, and if it doesn't come, then it should come, because this is a genuine thing. Okay, so why we are doing this in the getters? Why we are getting the data using this dot get data value? But in the JavaScript, we can do it this way also. User dot name, you're understanding? I can also do it. I can also do it this way. But why we are not doing it this way? This is because, let me tell you, whenever I have a reference to a company, okay, if I'm okay, I have a reference to a company, I am doing this dot name. So whenever I do, what happens? I told you earlier, it calls the get method, and whatever it returns, it got it got console. So whenever I call this will call the get method. Okay, if in the get method, okay, in the I'm talking about in the get method, somewhere I'm doing this dot name. So what it will do is it will immediately again call the get method. Fine. And in the get method, we have this dot name statement. This will call the get method again. So we will be getting into an infinite, oh, sorry for the spelling, infinite loop. So to prevent this situation, Sequelize provide us this method get data value. This handles the things under the hood by itself. We can directly use this method to get the value of any field we want, and Sequelize will prevent us from getting into the infinite loop. So I hope this is clear to you. So let me conclude. Today we studied how to implement the getters, how to implement the status for our field, and also how to create a field as a virtual field. So that all for this lecture. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.